Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another fabulous Greenleaf review. Yes, fabulous. You heard what I said. The show is so good. The show is so good. Yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm living for it all. Okay, for the storyline, for the dialogue, I'm loving it. So, episode starts off. Grace calling Sophia. Has she talked to AJ? She says, no, Mom, I haven't talked to him. Camera turns, AJ sitting on the bed. I said, wait a minute. Wait, you wait 1 minute. You mean to tell me you got on your soapbox to judge your mama because you couldn't lie for her, but you can lie to her for a brother that you just met? Am I clear on that? Am I clear on that, Sophia? Am I clear? Okay, that was a mistake, but we gonna let you have that one because you know what? Life gonna show you. Life gonna show you. This episode, life gonna show you. But it just made me upset because I felt like, you know, you're always trying to hold your mom in some ridiculous high esteem. But then when it comes, I mean, that's partly Grace's fault, but still, Sophia does the most, okay? And now when it comes to your brother, you're gonna sit here and lie to your mom about it? Trash, Sophia. That's how I feel about it, okay? And she asked him, why can't he just go back home if he's innocent? Have we not put 2 and 2 together yet that he's not innocent? Have we not figured that out? Because that's what's happening here. That's the vibe I'm getting. I was getting it last week. Charity is practicing a sermon in the mirror in the bathroom while the maid is washing and tending to her child. Just another showing of how Charity lives in La La Land and does not know how blessed she is. She thinks her life is hard. And then to hear Jacob talk about how she's been dealt a raw hand. Boy, if y'all don't get out of my face with this, okay? Charity has been given every advantage in life. Her parents are rich. She lives in a mansion on an estate, and she has been given a job. Okay, she's been given everything in her life. Somebody watches and tends to her child while she stands in the mirror giving sermons that no one is ever going to hear. Talking about the devil got grace. The devil got grace. Girl, I don't know who you praying to, but to be rejoicing in the devil punishing your sister for whatever you feel like she's done to you, you're so trash. She goes downstairs to talk to Jacob and Bishop. And just when you think Jacob talked to Bishop and this is about to be an intervention about her messing around with Phil, oh no, that's not what this is about at all. And Jacob is, you know, throwing little shots in her direction while she sits there acting like she doesn't understand what's happening in this moment. Grace comes in and says that she was on the phone for 20 minutes with Phil talking about the lack of parking. Okay, so it's like, oh my God, the man can just go on and on and on and on and on, and he ain't never saying much. That's what the family consensus is. And then Charity chimes in to defend Phil, saying that as far as people who say too much and they never say what the truth is, her family doesn't have any place to judge Phil. And Bishop is like, so what are you trying to say? Are you on Phil's side? Is that what you're trying to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, what's happening here now? You're letting your slip show. You're letting your slip show. All right? They also discuss how no one is giving Grace her just due for bringing in more people into the church. Bishop asks if there's any word on AJ. And Grace is like, thank you for asking, Daddy, but no. And it's like, Lord have mercy, the dramaticism. Jacob replies to Charity defending Phil with, he got me fired. And then she says, you got yourself fired, okay? Sending somebody to the hospital to get 10 stitches, Jacob. He says, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Bishop said, that's enough of this. That's enough of this. I gotta talk to y'all about something. And y'all pull it together for 5 minutes, Lord. And it is like watching like your kids fight and argue over the cartoons. Like, that's what it's like. It's really sad. Like, over what toy we're going to play with today. Like, it's just ridiculous to watch them, you know, with all of the sibling rivalry going around in the room and everything. Bishop says that I want you guys to sing because I plan on proposing to your mother tonight. Okay? And everybody is, you know, happy about it, but not as happy as they might have been, you know, a while ago. You know, at first everybody really wanted them to get back together. But now that they've gone through this trial and tribulation and came out on the other end, y'all don't seem as excited as I thought y'all would be to see y'all mama and y'all daddy get back together. May is outside ear hustling for the gourds and hears the entire thing, so she runs to go and find something to wear for this joyous occasion because she's happy. She's happy that finally they've made it back to each other. So they are expected to work on a song for that night, and Charity looks upset. Why did we ruin plans with Phil? Uncle Tom Voldemort? Carissa is in her suite giggling, receiving text messages from Fernando, the real estate agent who also works for Hope and Harmony, just in case you needed, or Harmony and Hope, whatever. In case you needed, you know, just a run through of who Fernando was, okay? The one that she's slapping skins with, okay? But then came home and gave herself the Jada on set it off shower, you know, the dirty feeling, but I can't scrub it off shower. Do you know what I had to do for this money? Do you? I'm sorry, I had to do it. So the maid comes in, and the maid is expected to take pictures for the insurance company. Lady May sent her to do it. And I'm like, no, Lady May sent her to take pictures to make sure that she don't take nothing out that room, because she told you can't have no furniture. This is not a showroom. Okay, buy your own damn furniture, Carissa. You're out here having sex with Fernando for the ducats. Get him to buy you some new furniture. Tell Jacob that you just pulled together the money like you said you did to get the house. I just scraped it together. May is picking out an outfit when she gets a call from Corinne saying that she needs to get down here to the church. They're trying to take her name off of the scholarship program. You know, the one that Mac used to molest girls and then pay them off for their silence. That one. They want to take Lady May's name off of it because everybody feels like, you know, she's complicit. You knew what was going on with your brother. And they want her name off. So May says she's going to go down there to the church and get to the bottom of this. Okay, it was supposedly put in by Misty. And y'all know we can't stand Misty. Misty work on our nerves. Okay, she just took over for Connie in Connie's absence. I don't know what Connie on right now. Okay, Connie like, oh, I had to go take a break so I could do another show. Where is Connie? Jacob tells Charity before she runs out to this non-existent job that she has, he saw her with her tongue down Phil's throat, sleeping with the enemy. And he says there's only a few options about what's going on right here, okay? And he says you're either being used by him, you love him, he forced himself on you, and then I'm gonna whoop his ass, or you're a spy trying to get information. But ain't no information worth him getting that close to you. Charity, what are you doing? And then Charity says, it's number 2. I'm in love with him, Jacob. I love him. He's a great man, okay? He's his own man. I said, Charity, if you don't get out of my face, I could just... She act like they ain't got no man in the world that's not gay or Voldemort, okay? And I feel like there are choices that there are choices. There are choices. Maybe if you got up out your people's house, you would find them. I don't know. Go to school, get a trade. I don't know. Figure something out, Charity, since you're not happy singing. You know why? Because I sing because I'm happy. And you ain't happy. You ain't free. Your eye ain't on the sparrow. But that's the reason why I sing, okay? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Okay, that's the reason why I sing. Yeah, that's the Kirk Franklin in the family version. Grace comes in and she hears them arguing. She want to know what they arguing about. But they lie and play it off and act like it's about the song they're supposed to sing for the proposal tonight. But we all know that's not what it's about. Charity goes to ask Phil if he sent the recording of Grace admitting to lying to the police to Bob. Have you sent it? Have you sent it? Phil says, no, I haven't. But why does it matter? And she says that, well, Jacob saw them swapping spit. And if that recording comes out now and Phil is the one that becomes head pastor, they're going to know it was her. And he like, I mean, well, you always knew that that was a possibility. Like, But she's like, no, shut it down. And he was like, well, you know, you're what's most important to me. You're my priority. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I'm going to give you 24 hours. That's the shutdown that's going to happen. I'm going to give you 24 hours and you can figure out what you want. And you know what? If you don't want to put it out there, if you don't want to release the recording, I won't release the recording. I said, use a bald-faced lie, Voldemort. Use a bald-faced lie. For better or for worse. Y'all better get out of my face with this. Sophia tells AJ that he needs to go back home and let Grace help him. And he tells her that she doesn't understand, okay? He a black man. They already trying to target him. And it's like, but you did it. Don't use the black man excuse when you did it. That's what you're not going to do, is lean on the backs of our ancestors to validate you doing some wrong shit. But she keeps telling him that he needs to just call Grace. And he says that she doesn't understand. She light-skinned. You know, she had this good life. She wouldn't understand what he's going through. She's crying. He leaves to go get some cigarettes. He kind of doesn't care that he's being an asshole, but then he feels a little bad. All right. So she's standing there crying. Dante's girl, Nikki, comes to Zora's house to complain about how Dante is making a wrong decision, and he went from having money and being in a good place to possibly being, being broke and not playing. He went from up here to down here. Like, she's a cloud chaser, and she's upset that he's not making decisions that are going to ensure he's making white people's money. Okay, but Zora is in her Bible right now because she's trying to look for a Bible verse to send to Grace, because she's like, my auntie is really going through something right now. But Nikki is upset that all the attention isn't on her and her problems with Dante. I said, girl, if you don't get out of our face with this. And then she disrespected the Bible. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, I may not agree with everything, but at the end of the day, that's what we're not going to do. I don't believe in disrespecting people's religions. And I'm talking about real religions. Okay? Not cults that y'all call religions. Okay? I'm just saying. All right? But yeah, I would really appreciate if she would not talk about the Bible. It's a book written by clowns who were probably high when they wrote it. Because there's nothing good in there. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. And I'm feeling disrespected. I'm feeling disrespected. I didn't like it, and I don't know how Zora can continue to be friends with somebody that would disrespect her faith like that. You don't have to agree with it, but to disrespect it in such a manner, to rush off and tell me to talk to Jesus, like, girl, I can't go talk to Jesus. That's what I was trying to do, and you were complaining about Dante. So Zora goes and talks to Bishop, gets his advice on being friends with somebody that's not a Christian, or just maybe is not in a place to be a Christian like Sophia is right now. Okay, Zora is really in a better place right now. Zora is getting her whole life together, and I'm here for every moment of it. Okay, when she was in there reading that Bible, I said, girl, really? That's what you're doing? That's so sweet. Zora, girl, don't make me like you again. Do not make me like you again, because I will. But he tells her that all she can really do is love, listen, and wait. And what that means is be patient with people, be the light that you can be for them, and keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, don't push anything on them. Don't make them feel bad about whatever their choices are. Just be the God in you, and hopefully that will affect the God in them. Now, when we gonna get to this point where your friend is too toxic and you gotta let them go, I'm sorry, but Nikki seems toxic. I don't want them to be friends. I want her to go on somewhere away from Zora with this, because I feel like, it's all about you, and you an energy suck, and Zora don't need nobody putting her in bad situations or sucking up the little good energy she got, because she's trying to get back on her feet, regain her confidence, and find her way back to the Lord. She don't need Nikki with this foolishness. Okay, Grace goes to the business owner who owns the property adjacent to hers. They have a small little parking area, and she's trying to resolve this parking issue that they're having. They need more parking. So she goes to him in an attempt to try and buy that portion of his property to have more parking for Calvary. But he says the land was already bought up by some company that paid top dollar for it, and the name of the company is City on a Hill, which sounds like some Christians to Grace. Okay, so Grace is like, what's going on here? Why is this land bought? It's a very small piece of land. There's not much you could build on it, so why would someone want this small piece of land in between two properties like that? That sounds weird to Grace. So the man gives her the card that he got from the real estate agent for the City on the Hill. Jacob asked to talk to Phil, and Phil was like, look, if you're going to come to beg for your job back, I don't have time for this. Being a complete asshole, right? And Jacob's like, yeah, bro. Taps him on the shoulder. Come on, let me talk to you. Comes into the conference room, and he tells him, look, let me tell you, I ain't got no job here no more, so there's nothing stopping me from beating your ass, okay? What you with my sister for? Because if you with my sister to hurt her, I'm here to let you know I will put these paws on you, and I will win. And Jacob does look like somebody who all he really know how to do is fucking fight. So I could expect that from him. I really could expect him to tear everybody up, especially Voldemort, who looked like, he couldn't get his arms up too good because his suit jacket is too tight. He just couldn't get them arms up quick enough, all right? Looked like Jacob came to play, had a whole hoodie on, And Phil says that it is not his intention to hurt Charity. And Jacob is like, okay, I need for you to say that you're not gonna help. I don't need to hear that that's not your intention. I need you to make sure you don't hurt my sister so I don't have to come in here and beat your ass. All right? So that was basically the conversation. Carissa talks to her side dude, Fernando, about wanting the Greenleaf mansion and how she always thought one day that she and Jacob would inherit it. But now, after all these years and watching these old people not die, she didn't give up hope. Well, Fernando tells her she should find out who the home would go to if a bishop and maid were to go on to glory. All right. And she says, you know what, I will. And then he proceeds to kissing on her body. And she's like, have you done this before? Have you done this before? You know, as she's getting, okay, munched on and everything. And he says, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Which means, yes, I have done this before. I have had sex with a married woman on the couch in my office. I have absolutely done that before. I don't even know if I Clorox wiped it between you and the last one. I don't know. Okay. But she says, what I want you to say is that you want me so bad that you don't want to even go to the Peabody Hotel. You just want to take me right here. And he says, give me a moment. And then he goes out and dismisses his receptionist. When AJ went out for cigarettes, Sophia went in his bag and found the drugs that he supposedly didn't steal from the pharmacy. So now she's upset. Okay, she says, I actually went in your bag to put some money in it because I didn't think that you would take it. And I find these drugs. My mom lied for you. And he was like, she had a choice. And she was like, no, you took her choice away. Anybody that loves you, you don't give them a choice, AJ. And he was like, you know, once again, you don't understand, blah, 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 blah. You gonna call the police on me? You gonna call the police on me? And then he leaves. I don't care if you call the police on me. And at first she was trying to stop him, but he was just like, psh, move out the way. She was left standing there in tears. And I said, you should have never trusted him. Okay, you should have been easy about it. You can't trust everybody just because y'all both came out the same cooch. You can't. Just don't work like that. Trust me. Grace catches Carissa coming out of Fernando's office looking suspect. And she's like, what are you doing here, Carissa? And she was like, oh, we just had to finish up some paperwork from selling our property. And she was like, you sold your property to City on a Hill? And she was like, yes, it's our property to sell. It's none of your business, Grace. And then she walks away. And she walked away so confident that she hadn't got caught that I cackled. I giggled. Guffaw. Okay? Like, no, homegirl. No, homegirl. You have just told on yourself. You have. You just don't know yet. But you told on yourself. When Grace goes to sit down with Fernando, she asks about why they bought this tiny little piece of property in between, you know, the two properties. Fernando says that he does not have to share his plans on that land or any other land, any other property with her. And one day he will reveal what the plan is. But up until then, good day, Grace. Good day. And she's like, okay, I see how this is. All right. So she just gets up and, you know, walks out. Got a lot on her mind. And then Fernando gets on the phone with Bob Whitmore. Grace calls Aaron to do some digging into City on the Hill, and he finds out that City on the Hill is owned by H&H. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, all right, y'all. So I'm having some technical difficulties, so if the sound isn't great, I'm sorry. I'm so aggravated right now. I was recording this video. The sound was recording fine, and then the computer did an automatic update. So I saved the sound. When it finished updating 20 minutes later, and I come back to finish this video, now all the audio is gone. And I'm not re-recording it. I can't. So let's go ahead and move on. So May sits down with Misty. Y'all know Misty is that lady at the church that we don't like, all right? And Misty is the one that is, you know, petitioning to get the name taken up, May's name taken off of the scholarship. Because all the stuff that happened with Mac and how he was using said scholarship. Well, when she tries to talk to Misty, Misty said, it's not me. It's not nobody on the council. It's Vita. You know Vita, the daughter of the secretary that Mac had, you know, repeatedly messed around with. Okay, you know, and I say messed around because I didn't want to say molestation. But y'all know what I'm saying, okay? This was not like a consensual situation. This wasn't like a, you know, a teenage girl who thought she wanted it. Like, it wasn't nothing like that, okay? So, yeah. Vita is feeling some type of way. May goes to talk to Vita. And Vita is like, I'm not going to change my mind about this. And May is like, I didn't come here to change your mind. I just want you to hear me out so you will know what I really wanted this scholarship to be about. May says that she started the scholarship to help young women, not to hurt them. And Vita is like, how did you not know what your brother was doing? How did you not know? And y'all, May said, the way Mac was with you, my father was like that with me. She could not see it in other people. She didn't want to recognize it. You know, your mind blocks things off to protect you sometimes. And that's what May feels like, you know, that basically the self-preservation kicked in. And it's like, I can't deal with what's happening to you because I haven't dealt with what's happened to me. So of course I'm going to ignore y'all's cries for help, because then it would mean I had to tap into what was going on with me. She didn't really delve that deeply into it, but them being able to talk to each other about their experience and about what it was like for them as young women being taken advantage of by people that they trusted. So y'all, May cried some hard, and Vita is like, why don't you come in with me when we talk to, you know, the rest of the deacon board? And she was like, I don't know, I gotta go home. No, I don't want to do that. You know, like the fear of actually saying that kicked in. But Vita's mama was like, come on now, May. You asked Vita to hear you out. Now you need to hear her out. Okay, and then we see them walk away. Now, we didn't see if May went in there and told everybody what happened. We didn't see that. But by the time she got home, she was so emotionally drained, she looked like she had just ran 5 miles. Charity and Jacob are working on the song for the proposal, and Charity seems to think Jacob would like Phil. And it's like, oh, girl, please stop. Please stop. Don't nobody like Voldemort but you, okay? Grace comes in and tells Jacob, did you know that you sold your property to H&H? Did you know? Okay, because Carissa was coming out of Fernando's office and let me know that it wasn't none of my business. That most of the property now, or all of the property around the church, is now owned by H&H, okay? Yes. Talk to Carissa about that, Jacob, okay? And she also wonders if that's what he and Charity were arguing about earlier. And Charity tries to play it off and act like that's what it was about. But yeah, not today. Jacob said, not today. No. Yeah, not me. I had no idea about any of this. I didn't know about Hope and Harmony. And she got a thing going on with Phil. That's what's going on with her. She wants Phil. And Grace was like, Phil? The man we are fighting against to retain power of Calvary? What? Bishop comes in. What's going on here? Y'all supposed to be working on the song. And then May comes in shortly after, all tired. Oh, I don't want to hear about it right now. So she goes upstairs to her, her closet, and Bishop turns around and blames the children. Well, we all know this ain't had nothing to do with children. Grace tells Jacob he needs to ask Carissa what she was doing down at Fernando's office and what she know about H&H buying up all the property. Dante kicked Nikki out, okay? Kicked her to the curb. Boop. So now she has her luggage hidden outside of Zora's little cottage because Zora says that she can come and live with her. Baggage. I said, really? You're going to let her live with you? No respect for your beliefs, no respect for what has given you the home that she's about to live in. She's a user, Zora, a user. And you're going to let this girl come into your peaceful space and disrupt the growth that is happening within you, Zora? No, I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this friend. I'm not here for this girl. I told y'all, get her on the way from me. So y'all, James followed Lady May up to her closet. Asked her what she been, said she was at church at a meeting. They didn't really delve into it too much. But she says, I know that you wanted to ask me a question tonight, James. And he says, yes, well, now it doesn't really seem like the right time to ask that question. And she says, well, it's the right time to get an answer. James turns to her and says, I would give up 1,000,000 years at the feet of God's heavenly choir. All for a moment with you, man. Okay, look, like laying it on thick. I told y'all, Shakespearean proportions. And she says yes. And we're happy because this was an uphill battle. Jacob goes to their room and finds Carissa with the baby in the bed. How convenient. They can't have this conversation with the baby in the bed. So Jacob goes to the baby's room and Carissa is feeling the cold shoulder. And, she says, I love you, Jacob. And Jacob says, love you too. And then he goes and sits in his son's room and thinks very hard about the things he's found out today. You're caught. You just don't know it yet. He's a little slow. It's going to sink in. His soul is disturbed. We noticed that, okay? Charity goes to Phil and asks why he didn't tell her that he's been buying up all of this property for H&H around the church. And he says, because I didn't know about it. what? And she said, well, I thought you was Bob's right-hand man. And he was like, well, I guess I'm not. And it's like, well, we could have told you that, Uncle Tom Voldemort. We could have told you that. Sophia shows up to Grace's office and she says that AJ showed up to her school yesterday. And Grace doesn't even make a big deal about the fact that her daughter lied to her. But she says, well, what are you doing here then if he left? And she says, because I wanted to be here for you when I tell you what happened. And she tells Grace that she found the drugs in his book bag. He did it, mama. He did it. And Grace just is like, wade in the water. Okay, here's my problem. Grace, when your mama, with that strong discernment that she has, looked that boy in his eye and asked him, yes or no, did you steal the drugs? And he turned his head and ran out the room. My dear, my love, Chi-Chi, that was your answer. Of course he did it. Why are you surprised? You know he did it. You saw him in the video. Like, I can't with Grace right now. Gigi, you saw him. You saw him. Nobody else saw him. Okay? And I also feel like that whole, whenever somebody can't answer a question flat out, I'm telling y'all right now, people who think that you about to, you know, give me some backup on how it's reasonable for a person not to answer a question based off of their, you know, feeling disrespected by the question. I don't care how disrespected you feel. If somebody is accusing you of doing something and you want me to go to bat for you when I ask you yes or no question, you better answer my question. And let's be very clear. He lied to Grace originally. And then when Lady May asked, oh, he ain't had nothing to say. I don't see it for you, AJ. I don't see it for you. Now he on the run with a duffel bag and money from his little sister. And his mama car. But yeah, y'all, that's what had happened. That's what had happened. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Once again, I'm sorry about the sound. I hope it is, you know, still okay. But yeah, y'all, Greenleaf has been on fire. On fire! Yes, it has been. And I've been enjoying it so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed the review. So, like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Yeah, okay. I love you. Peace out.